morning, Harmony and Consolidate. It's Mr. Calvert again. Hope that you're all doing well. I'm missing you all very, very much. Today we have another new artist of the day. I think you guys might like him. His name is Roy Lichtenstein. Roy Lichtenstein. And he lived from 1923 to 1997. So he actually died when I was about your guys' age. So not that long ago. And he was 73 when he passed away. And he kind of started off his art career as being a professor. So that's somebody who teaches at a college or university. He also did some other art jobs too. He did a lot of graphic design. So that's designing things like advertisements that might go on TV or that might go in a magazine or in a book, things like that. And he also did something he was like a shop window decorator. And that used to be artists that they would bring in and they would have them kind of decorate the displays that go up in the windows. So when people are walking by your store, they see the things that you're trying to sell, and then they're more likely to buy them if it looks nice. So a lot of times, stores would actually hire artists to come in and kind of design those. And he is most famous for being a pop artist, and that is somebody who makes artwork about things that are popular, I typically say. So a lot of times they'll make artwork about people that we see on TV. They'll make artwork about comics. They'll make artwork about foods, things like that. And he is from New York City. So right here, we would be right about here on the map. And he started off making abstract artwork. So when we looked at his artwork, we didn't see people, we didn't see animals, we didn't see trees or houses or things like that. We just saw kind of lines and shapes and colors. And did this for about 3 years. And when we look at his work, we see that he just uses the primary colors. So I see red, I see yellow, I see blue. You see he's just kind of filling in these blocks of shapes that were created by these kind of crazy lines that he has. And sometimes too, he likes to use stripes. Here are some more examples of his abstract works, kind of still sticking to those primary colors. He also uses black and white as well. A lot of stripes in his work, once again. A couple more examples, sticking to those primary colors. Kind of reminds me of Pete Mondrian's work a little bit. And eventually he kind of stumbled upon what he became famous for, and that was actually recreating comic books. And the way this started was his kids actually challenged him to try and recreate this comic strip of Daffy Duck and Mickey Mouse. And he took it upon himself to try and do that. And when he did it, he didn't just make it like a small drawing. He turned these into really large paintings then. And he kind of really became famous for these large comic book paintings that he would use. Here's one of Popeye. And the way he actually creates these is by making using something called Ben-Day dots. And a Ben-Day dot is like a little itty bitty polka dot. You can see it in these pictures. And what he does is because he's only using primary colors, he can make lots of different colors just by using these little polka dots. For example, this lady's lips. When he puts these red polka dots really close together, like here, it makes her lip look more reddish. When he spaces those red dots out, like this little area right here, it's red with a bit more white around it, it gives it more of a pink color. Okay, so just by depending on the way he overlaps colors, by the way he leaves white space around them, he can start to create lots of different colors. Kind of like these, if I go back here, Popeye's skin is made that same way. It's actually a whole bunch of little red dots, but those red dots have a lot of white space around them. And we know that when you mix red and white together, you get kind of a pinkish color, which is then used for Popeye's skin here. We see it again here, how he's using red polka dots with a lot of white space, and that kind of gives that look of almost like a pink or a cream colored skin. Same as down here, he did red, but then he put white polka dots on it, so that kind of makes this look more reddish pink. And then we see it also on her eyes too, how her eyes are white with blue polka dots, so it kind of gives her a light blue iris color. Same here, kind of a little bit harder to see those Ben-Day dots because it's been zoomed out. But he did a lot of comics, and he also did a lot of them that had to deal with like the war in and he actually did spend several years fighting in World War II, so that probably has some influence on him too. Right, so that is Roy Lichtenstein. You guys may have even recognized his work. I think sometimes they have his paintings hanging up at places like Red Robin. I know I've heard people say that they've seen his work before. But I hope that you guys enjoyed him, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.